Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Garden a Little. My name is Seema. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you are, driving, sitting down, walking, exercising, laying on your pillow, ready to go to bed. Thank you so much, and I want to wish you guys a happy Father's Day. If you're a father figure, if you're a father, I hope you had a wonderful day celebrating. Today, I want to show you what's going on around me, any updates, any ups and downs, and ask you some advice. First off, let's just go with the sunflower here. Guys, the sunflower fell over in that big storm that was coming through the whole entire America, right? And I supported it with some stakes. And look, it is taller than me. So it's going for it. I've never seeded any kind of sunflower that's big like that in this bed. So it's a surprise. I'm not sure where it came from, but I'm not ripping it out, even though it's probably sucking all the nutrients out of my onion bed. Whatever, you know, it's at this point, I've invested so much into it that I can't rip it out. Look at it though. It's huge. It's ginormous. The onions around it is doing good. They are starting to form their bulbs, as you can see right here. So I'm kind of excited. They are not ready yet. You will know if they're ready if they are falling over and drying out, which they are not doing right now. So it's all good, and I just watered them. I couldn't throw away all of my tomatoes, so I planted some, I think 3. One here, one there, oh, 4, and one over there. So my brassicas are kind of dying, but that's expected in this bed specifically. Everything else is doing really well. Look at this, guys. I have a broccoli head. Again, it is kind of small, on a smaller side, even though that I started this bed way early in the season. I know that brassicas need cooler weather, so on purpose, I started them earlier and planted them outside way early. And if you don't believe me, watch my previous videos, because that's true. I'm telling you, don't even think I'm lying, because I'm not. Look at these though. A huge heat wave came through after the storms. So I think my brassicas are kind of confused of what kind of season this is, because it's supposed to be spring / beginning of summer, but apparently we jumped from like April to August weather. So I don't know what I'm gonna get out of my brassica bed. So here I have my 2 broccolis. This one is not forming a head yet. Then I have my Brussels sprouts. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with them. I'm not seeing anything forming over here. Then I have my cauliflower. This is my cabbage. We have a small little cabbage, so delicious. Another cauliflower. I think these are my purple cauliflowers. Nothing really going on besides death and disease. That's a purple cauliflower as well. So the best thing I think I will get out of it is just leafy brassica stuff. Now moving on to my tomato beds, since I pruned them and the weather has been hot and the rainstorm has come through, my tomatoes really increased in their size. Take a look at this. We have already blooms forming, and again, I need to come through. Well, it's probably better to do it with scissors and prune my tomatoes, but look, even my sickliest tomatoes are already blooming. Look at that. Full of blooms. Amazing. I think every single one of them has blooms forming. And peppers. Look at these peppers. They're starting to finally grow. I am so excited. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I started my garden way too late this season. Way too late. I'm an optometry student, and late in the spring, I had my examinations, that is licensing examinations, that took all my time. So I had to put garden on hold, and lo and behold, you can see it come through. The peppers are barely, 4 inches high. By this point last year, I already had flowers on my pepper plants, maybe even forming little peppers. So I'm kind of salty, especially my tomatoes are very late this season, but it's okay, because every season is different. Every season has an attitude. And this season I'm feeling it needs a little more patience. My eggplant corner over here is actually doing pretty decent. The eggplants are starting to bounce back, especially some of them over here, but we got a decent amount that survived the massacre that it was with all the bugs. So, you know, it's doing okay. I've actually seeded some more cauliflower on those 2 spots over there. My sweet peas are doing amazing. I've been harvesting these for days. Like, I have extra standing in my fridge. If you don't know, it is hard to grow enough sweet peas to have extras laying around, and I think I finally did it because I think I actually sowed like 10, 12 peas on here on the side, so a lot is producing, especially with these rainstorms. It kind of boosted their growth so much. But sweet peas and snow peas are very, they like the cooler temperatures. So here soon they're gonna start dying back, or they're gonna just start tasting bitter and being hard, and I'll just have to cut them back. But I have a plan for that, or I had a plan for that. Let me update you on this. So if you remember, I wanted to put cucamelons on that side of the trellis, right? I put some cucamelon seeds right on the bottom there, waited for them to sprout. Nothing happened. And so I said, I'm going to put cucamelon seeds in this bed so they can have enough sun and they can sprout. Well, my chickens got in the garden, and this is what happened. I think I see maybe 1 and maybe 2 cucamelons that survived. So I am very, very upset because those were my last seeds. I do not have any more seeds. So as you can see, I was able to salvage maybe 2 or 3 cucamelon plants. To say the least, I'm very upset, very kind of put down by it, but I love my ladies, I do. But this is a serious consideration to putting them in an enclosure and then just moving that around, because this is not the only thing that happened. I've already fixed it, but my chickens also got into my corn patch here, and they knocked over a lot of these healthy, strong stalks. So with corn, you need to mount it up, right? So I've been mounting it up so it does not fall over. Well, these guys came in here and kind of, as you can see, I'm doing a poor job here. They dug this up again. And this is not the first time. This is like the 5th time that is happening. So my corn patch is looking very sad. I again need to resow a few of these rows. So it's a sad situation. So I think this plays a big case for putting the chickens in an enclosed space, sadly. I really wanted them to be just free ranging, and with 2 chickens that was very possible. They stayed away from my garden. Occasionally they got in there, but no real damage has been done. Unfortunately, with 5 more chicks added to that equation, it has been very hard to keep them out of my garden. Looking on this other side of the bed though, we have some good progress with my melons. Again, I'm not sure which ones they are, if they're squash or cantaloupes, but they're all doing really fairly good. These are definitely my zucchinis, and they are doing amazing. As you can see, there's some mildew, but you know, at this point, it is what it is. Let's just get over it. On the other side of this disaster that happened here, my nasturtium has taken off. Look at that beautiful bush, absolutely gorgeous. And then my marigolds also are taking off. I think soon I'll see some blooms. My bush beans that were supposed to be bush tiger bush beans are actually pole beans, because take a look at this. That is definitely a pole bean behavior here. What is going on? Because they are climbing over my cucumbers that are barely getting any sunlight at this point. Oh my goodness, it's just a disaster at this point, but I'm not giving up. I'm trying to stay encouraged because I really want my cucumbers. I really want my cucamelons. So my true pole beans are actually climbing like crazy. Look, but in comparison, my bush beans are also climbing like crazy. So either I've been lied to, or these bush beans are liars, and they disguise themselves as somebody they're not. So let's judge these intruders, please, and get them out. Just kidding. This is my first time growing beans, so I think this is good either way. And then my herb section here, oregano is doing beautiful. My basil is taking its sweet time taking off, but it's finally established. I hope so, because I need it to start coming up here. My dill is doing amazing. Parsley's doing great. Cilantro, it's starting to form that coriander pods. I literally sowed like 2 packets of chives here and nothing's coming up. So I just put a tomato here. Brassica's doing fine. I guess it's just stunted at this point. This tomato is doing great. My peppers over here are doing fantastic. I'm actually really hopeful of these buena mulatas because my other ones are taking their sweet time. So, and look, actual blooms are forming on these peppers. So I'm really, really happy about that. My lettuce is doing fine. More kale. So basically everything is blooming. Everything is doing good. Just the chicken dilemma. It's getting to me, guys. It is truly, seriously getting to me. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching this progress. If you were driving, I hope you got to your destination safely. If you were laying on your pillow, I hope I'm, putting you to sleep of sorts, or captivating you. I'm not sure. If you're sitting or watching, thank you so much again for tuning in, and leave a comment below of where your garden is. How are you doing in your growing zone? Again, thank you so much and happy Father's Day. Bye, guys.